All right, here we go on a Friday. If you want to get a hold of me, you can do that on Twitter at Wisconsin_fam, F-A-M. That's at Wisconsin_fam. Or you can email me, WisconsinFamily1, it's the number 1, at gmail.com. In regards to Rodgers coming back or not coming back, our poll on my Twitter page closed yesterday. Actually, 2 days ago now. I had left it open for a week. It got 2,200 plus votes. The question, do you want Aaron Rodgers back in a Packers uniform in 2023? 51%, so a majority say no. Don't want him back. And a lot of people misunderstand my stance on this. The bottom line at the end of the day, I just want the Packers to win a Super Bowl. And I don't care who's that quarterback. I don't care if it's Rodgers, Jordan Love, Brett Favre, even Doug Peterson. I don't care. I don't care. I just want the guy who's going to give the Packers the best chance to win. Now, you'll hear a lot of people say, oh, Aaron Rodgers gives the Packers the best chance to win. And to me, that's just something that mindlessly gets repeated by some fans and people in the media. First off, I will concede that we don't know what we're going to get out of Jordan Love. We have no idea. We've seen him for 1.5 regular season games, plus a few series this year. So I don't know what he's going to be. But why you would just assume that Rodgers gives the Packers the best chance to win, I don't know. The best chance for the Super Bowl? Because it's been 12 years. And he hasn't been to a Super Bowl in 12 years. And he's, in fact, been part of the reason why the Packers haven't been back. Now, to be fair, he's won a lot of regular season games to get him into the playoffs. But when it comes to big games, the Lions this year, 49ers first round last year, at home, had everything you wanted, cold weather in Green Bay, first round. Tampa Bay, NFC championship game in Lambeau. Championship game against the Niners a few years back. Rodgers has been a major contributor as to why the Packers haven't been to a Super Bowl. Missing a lot of big throws, ignoring open wide receivers, locking in on Devontae Adams. But for as much success as Rodgers has brought this team, even in recent years, he's also partially to blame for not winning Super Bowls or even going back to one. So just saying, well, he gives you the best chance to win, I don't know what you're talking about. To win what? The Packers didn't even make the playoffs this year. What did we win? I mean, in the years that we did win, we only went so far because of his poor play in the playoffs. On the flip side with Love, I think there's almost an expectation by most people that he will come in and simply run the Matt LaFleur offense, be more efficient, just run it the way it's supposed to be run, not throwing bombs constantly, not playing hero ball, spread the ball around. I mean, again, this is the assumption, I think, by many, is that Love would just spread the ball around to everyone, including the running backs. I mean, we've watched multiple guys, Jordan Goff. We've watched him go to the Super Bowl running the similar McVay offense. We saw Jimmy Garoppolo beat the Packers a few times while hardly putting up any numbers. But he outplayed Rodgers. And by the way, another LaFleur-type offense was Shanahan. And now we're watching Purdy. All these guys playing within the offense. Meanwhile, the Packers, who are set to pay $60 million plus this year to Aaron Rodgers, are watching from home. So there really hasn't been any new news on the whole Rodgers front. He was on McAfee on Tuesday, of course, but as expected, no new news, despite the best effort from the media to try to drum something up to talk about. And despite what you may hear, there's nothing new. So there's a combination of things. So the latest bit was from Adam Schefter on Sunday, who came out and said that, it's fully on the table from both sides. It was a real possibility. They both know, both Rodgers and the Packers haven't known that there could be a trade. But we already knew this as well. This isn't new news to anyone. By the way, the reports that the Packers would get 2 first-round picks for Rodgers, I find to be ridiculous. Number one, we don't know if Rodgers is going to play this season. We don't know if he's coming back, let alone what the future holds. It seems like a common opinion that some team, the Jets are the front runner. More on that in a second. But some team would give up 2 first-round picks and a starter possibly for Rodgers. And if you're a general manager and you're willing to give up 2 first-round picks for an aging Rodgers who you only may get 1 total season out of, your franchise is probably a mess. No GM in their right mind is trading that much away for someone who will likely play for, it's fully possible, he may only play for 1 season. I mean, and what? Rodgers ranked right in the middle as far as quarterbacks this year. I don't understand giving up that much for Rodgers. I mean, even the 2011 Rodgers wouldn't be worth 2 first-round picks to play 1 year. And don't misunderstand. I mean, if it's true that the Jets will give the Packers 2 first-rounders, I'd take it in a heartbeat for the Packers. It would be tremendous. That could even offset the damage that is being done by the salary cap. That the Packers are putting themselves in a pretty behind the 8 ball situation financially with what they're doing right now with contracts and things like that. But if you could get out of Rodgers' contract, you're still going to have to pay him something. But if you could somewhat get out of that and then kind of offset the salary cap damages that you're going to have to pay at some point with some extra young talent that you get from first-round picks, that'd be great. You might be able to offset some of the lack of money that you have to spend. But I just can't see giving Rodgers that much. Now, the Nathaniel Hackett being hired as the Jets offensive coordinator, and all of a sudden everyone's going nuts. So, but by the way, for those who wanted LaFleur to bring him back, Hackett, and reunite with the Packers offense and Rodgers, that's not happening. But now everyone is gasping and waiting to see if that means Aaron Rodgers is going to go to the Jets. No, you might as well forget it. Rodgers could end up with the Jets if he decides that he wants to play this year. And if the Packers decide that they want to trade him. And I suppose if Rodgers is okay going to the Jets and he gives that okay. But we have experience. I don't know. I get it. Rodgers liked Hackett, blah, blah, blah. But last year when Hackett went to the Broncos, this is the same reaction. Oh, look at that. Rodgers is going to be traded to the Broncos. That didn't happen. People are looking way too much into it. Yes, the Jets have seemingly expressed interest in Rodgers and Hackett being there. Big deal. And the Broncos expressed interest in Rodgers. Hackett went there. Didn't matter. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, going to get some reaction off of Twitter. We're also going to do a Friday edition of explaining my tweets, and we will do that when we come back.